Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today it is another Stellaris video, and I'm not sure what that accent was all about, but let's just take a look at it. I did restart from the last time that we were on there. Last time I ended up, I messed up on how powerful I set up the fallen empires, so I was up against really early in the game up against a 2.5 million in strength fallen empire, and they were already mad at me. I built too close to them, so that was kind of my bad on that part. But 2.5 million in strength, there was no way I could combat them, and so I figured I would tweak things. So I have let this progress a little bit further, so you can see I'm kind of spread out, but I do have military in different areas to cover my butt. You can see I have some space pirates that have taken over one of my areas, so I'll show you I have these two units that are going to come and conquer him. As well, you can see here I am moving a research vessel, a science vessel, over into the space right next to it, because as soon as I defeat him, it will likely create a debris field that I can scavenge. And so I will want to do that scavenging to get the tech as well as the alloys, whatever research they end up giving me. Sometimes they give you new tech, they give you a start to it, or sometimes you gain a ship out of it. All really depends on the battle. You can also see I have forces that are currently in fleet combat. I can show you that screen here, so it's going to zoom in. So what we see is we've got debris fields from defeating one of the other mining drones, and there's only this mining drone here left in that battle. As I have defeated the rest, they were kind of spread out throughout, so we have debris fields all over the place, and I'm going to have a science vessel come and clean that up as well to gain whatever resources and research points I can get from that. And they show up as what's called timed research projects. When you have debris fields, they only have a certain amount of time to go and collect them. This one here is not actually an enemy right now. That is actually what's called a Tianki space whale, and they are neutral unless you piss them off by attacking them, in which case then they come out and they attack. But I think there's no problem at all having them just sit there. You can there's different things you can get to actually research them. You can see I am at war with somebody right now. I hold this is actually was a pre-FTL civilization that gained FTL, and then they wanted to take over. And so I want to make them a subject of mine. And so you can see they are at a 2%. This is a war exhaustion, so it's means that it's leaning my way in terms of the battle win. But I haven't completed my goal completely yet, so I could sue for peace and it would do nothing really. But to achieve the goal, I'm at 123, minus 123. So this needs to get all the way over here before this will really let me achieve my goal. So we'll just leave that. My forces sitting on their planet right now. If you click on them, that's the race there that we have. Now you can do spy networks as well. So when you're in spy networks, you assign one of your envoys to look at the spy network, and then you have the opportunity, you can gather information. If they have a relic, you can steal the relic, but they have no relics to steal because they were pre-FTL civilizations. You can arm privateers, which when I get enough I might just do that to go there and just wreak a little bit more havoc. If they have tech, you can steal tech. I stole one tech from one of the other empires. It did give me 30% towards that tech research. So it gives you a start, and it gives you the option to get that. If you go and acquire an asset, you can do that as well. Right now, I do not have the one of the levels that they would like to make it easier when you're with FTL civilizations. So if I click on like these guys here for by chance, then it will show you you can do advanced knowledge, but it's harder because I do not have that gene tailoring. I have not done that yet. I've got other research that I've been prioritizing. Eventually I will do that, and once I do that, then we'll go to species and show galaxy, or you can look at galaxy species, or you can take a look at just this. And again, this is just my cheat race. But you can see, because of the way I've set it up, so to make it so it's not quite as unbalanced, I have allowed other species to also develop with traits. So they've gotten to choose their traits. So they have a whole bunch of other traits along with them. So it isn't just me who has a whole bunch of traits. They've got traits like that as well. But these are kind of species that are within. I have conquered this nation here, so they are now under my control. Eventually, I will be able to create a template, and I will edit them, and I have a bunch of points to spend towards them. And then there's some that are pre-sapient that I can uplift, and then I can set their rights so that whether they're slave or get full citizenship. So like I can make them a slave race here. They're pre-sapient right now, so I can't do that, but you can set their rights and stuff in here as well, and set your type of slavery and whether or not you can purge them, and that all goes underneath your edicts and your policies as well. And now that we have a whole bunch of empires here, we can take a look at these guys. They're right next to me. They don't like me a lot because we have different ethics, as well as I close my borders to everybody, so that just means that they don't like me, and they are necroid. So you can send an envoy to improve relations. I think I have one sent to them already. So I don't see a point. Yeah, I do. So I don't see a point in sending another one at this point. There's also a spy network that I have for them. I did steal a tech from them already, so I have to wait before I can do it again. I could extort favors, so when they form the galactic community, then there's those favors I can get, as well as acquire asset. We can do that as well. It really depends on your level that you have. I've already gathered some intel on them. So here it says you can tempt or coerce operatives and other assets to be of use for a price. Assigning an asset to this operation may skew results towards their interests. So it can either help you or it could hinder you. You don't really know. I'm got a little bit more, and then I'm going to probably sabotage Starbase facility, or wait, and then I'll get arm privateers against them as well. So it's kind of some of your politics stuff that you've got going on there. And then there's your planets. You can see this one here. There's nothing in the build queue, so we're going to want to check that planet out. And let's take a look. It says there's blockers we can clear, so may as well clear those blockers. Get them gone to give me some more build space. See, I have not set districts up yet, so I will show you that. I'll also show you some of the buildings and decisions that are now open. So there's decisions. You can distribute luxury goods. So if you do this, it costs you 100 for that, and then for your consumer goods there, and then you can get amenities 25%, and you can get immigration poll. So if we do that, then you can see that is now assigned over there as one of the planetary thing here. You can also fleet mothball. We're not going to do that right now. You can increase production. There's lunar applications that you can do. which creates happiness for that one. So this one here, that would create an extra district and building slot. So click that if that happens. And then this here just gives an energy and minerals and food boost, or the alloys of consumer goods. So you click that one, or you can do a research boost, click that one. Paving civilization, that would clear all the blockers at one time at a cost. I just chose to do them individually. It gets costly if you start doing them all that way. And then you take a look at buildings. Right now this is a refinery world, so we kind of want to focus. We've already got synthetic crystals going. We have chemical plants going, and so you kind of want to pay attention to that. The fact that that's supposed to be your main focus. So if it's a refinery, let's find some stuff that we can refine. So down the building list, and this is a mod that actually allows you to see all these building slots. That's the reason why so many are open. Normally you don't get that many that are open. Turns minerals into consumer goods. I think that's more manufacturing, but I don't think I have exotic gases here yet. So let's do exotic gas. This will turn minerals into exotic gases, and you need the exotic gases for different things. There's also all kinds of buildings that are available. Some are one of one per planet. So you see this one here has a planet limit of 1. It means when I click it, now it would be grayed out. You wouldn't be able to build another one of that. Mineral purification plant. Miners produce minerals, yes, and then it produces minerals, unity, that kind of stuff. Sure, we'll do that one. And we've got housing in here, so we've got exclusive residential, we've got precinct. We can choose another one. Make sure we have enough of that for everybody. There's also robot assemblies, so that'll help you with getting robots. Sure, where is our next? We've got that for energy. Do I have the other energy? Yes, I do. I've got both. I have the food. We've got the Sky Dome. As Sky Dome also produces more housing. So why don't we go up? And there was another one up here that I can click that had some housing. Oh, presidential building. We probably want to click that too. Just upgrades turns the government building into that. So now here's large high rise. May as well click that. Now it's grayed out. We filled out all of our building slots. Those will eventually open. Now districts. You can see we can do one ancient database district. May as well build that one because it's the only one we can do. And then title current generation. It's the only one we can do as well. May as well do that. You can see as I did that, it just made less of the residential that we can do. So we have 15 building slots left, and we have 5 different things, but we want mostly residential. So 1, 2, I like to do a little bit of everything, but it is a refinery world, so we are going to focus on a little bit more of our industrial districts. Mining, let's do one of those, get a couple energy, and then do 3 of those, and then the rest we're going to make residential stuff. And now you see we're at 0. So now those will be built in your queue down here. So just districts show up as these, and each district gives you a bit of a bonus for different things as well, depending what they are, which is why you kind of want to pay attention to this, because this also, that designation gives you that bonus as well. And right now it's underneath this governor. And you can see in here it has created different sectors as well. So if we take a look down here, we've got Lyralos Prime, probably slaughtering that, but they've got these 2 planets in that one. This one here ended up being another district of its own that when I build other planets close to it, they'll fall into that sector as long as they're within a fort range of it. And then we have your shipyards that we can take a look at here as well. You can see I am building things right now. Now, for some reason these pictures went weird. This is kind of one of the main star bases, so it actually starts you off with your 3 shipyards. If I go to this one here, see it's got 1 shipyard, and then it's got an anchorage and a trade hub. Some people like to have all their shipyard stuff in one and all their anchorage in another. I like to kind of spread it out, but now I have lots of anchorage, so I don't need to do as much anchorage, so I'm starting to switch to doing trade hubs, as well as some of the other. Let's see if I can find one of the newer ones. So you got shipyard. I've got a black hole observatory, which will give you some bonuses to some of your research. Shroud beacon is for the psionics part of it. And so that's kind of your basic functions in there with your planets and that stuff. All your mid-game stuff here. We also have an Elgate that we are researching right now, and I think this is the one that they're researching. And once that's finished researching, then that will open up, and then there'll be a little side thing either over here or somewhere else. There's usually a few of the empires off to the sides in those Elgate areas. So if we take a look at the fleet battle, you can see here if we hit play, they're going to attack.
Blockers out of the way. Boom.
So
we built something.
We'll pause. A whole bunch of messages popped up. So the spores have ears. This one here, you can choose 2 different ones here. It's too risky to destroy them, or grab the research. I grab the research. It'll continue on that storyline. Then there's atmospheric ecosystem, which at this point is going to add 3 research to that planet that's being done. And then there's toxic terraforming candidate discovered. I don't know why they feel they need to notify you of that, and then leave that be. And then you can look at your fleet battle stats here. So we lost no ships, they lost all this. Mining corps are usually a little bit weaker, so pretty easy. And it did create some space debris again, so you can go in and grab that with your science vessel. I'm just going to clear some of this stuff here. Construction complete. Okay, so he finished up there, so now we'll send this. We've got this science vessel close by, we've got this guy close by, and they're all busy at the moment. This guy is surveying, so as soon as somebody is free, we would click over here, and then we would do scavenge and research projects in system. So that would do all the scavenging. Again, we'll wait till I have somebody free, and then they can go out and do that. There's another alien race here that we're working on getting in communication with. They own this territory over here, so right now we can't spread over here. It's also blocked by mining corps, so I have to clear that before I can even think about moving over here. But right now I have other areas that I am working on gathering and clearing, and I need to clear over here so that I can build up and block them from getting all over here. So that will be my next area that I'm going to clear, is going to be this ancient mining drones, which is a stronger mining drone one than was before, because then that will open this up and allow me to go and try and block these guys here from spreading down here. They can spread all the way up here, so it's not really a big problem. You also have to watch, you can upgrade Starbase here, so this Starbase can, right now we can build, so we've got trade hub. Again, I like to do a shipyard in each one, just that way my ships don't have far to travel. And I don't spam star bases all over the place. I like the off-world trade, connects it with all your trading hub stuff. I like a repair facility, again, so my ships don't have far to travel as I'm expanding. And I like to do a hydroponics bay, because then it sustains itself, and then as I expand, so now we'll hit upgrade. I can expand that and now it will grow and it'll give me that slot, and it'll give me another couple slots here that I can add some more weaponry is what I would add in. This time we've got one shroud beacon, so I don't really need another one. Disruption field, eventually you'll get your stuff that also connects you with some of your FTL boost travels to make your ships go faster through the sector. So that's kind of your game mechanics. You can see there's a lot I need to explore yet. So it's early mid-game. Galactic community has not yet been formed, but I would imagine it will be forming pretty quick here, in which case I'll be pushing to get that slave guild done. That way I can get in the market, and I can get that. I can start getting slaves from the slave market. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and tune in.